This holiday, BMW has reunited 3 members of the family at the BMW Road Home Sales event. The Agile X3, engineered for any adventure. The plug-in hybrid X5, commanding the streets with unmatched presence. And the all-electric i4, charging into the future with impeccable performance. Hurry in to find what powers your journey at the BMW Road Home Sales event. BMW, the ultimate driving machine.
Visit Valley BMW Center today for attractive lease and finance offers.
The most wonderful time of the year. Although, let's be honest, around the holidays, things really add up. But here's the good news. Only at Verizon, you can get a single line for $50 per month when you switch and bring your phone. So, while ice skating for 2 is definitely costing more, here at Verizon, you can save. Gifts for your third cousins? Steep. A single line with Verizon? Not so steep. A real tree? Pricey. A single line with Verizon? Less pricey. Flights to see Mima and Pops? Those are up. A $50 per month single line? That's down. Even a trip to the Atlanta holiday market will cost you more. But with Verizon, you can switch and bring your phone for just $50 per month for a single line on unlimited welcome, with autopay plus taxes and fees. All this to say, during the holiday season, when everything is costing more, you can get more for less right now at a local Verizon store. $15 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G, 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Additional terms apply.
Experience, quality, consistency, and the quickest turnaround times in the grading industry? We are proud to partner with SGC Grading. Check them out at www.gosgc.com. Experience, quality, consistency, and the quickest turnaround times in the grading industry? We are proud to partner with SGC Grading. Check them out at www.gosgc.com.
Hi, I'm Isaac Alpert, a longtime card collector and the co-founder of the Penny Sleever. My wife and I started the Penny Sleever with a simple premise in mind: to offer collectors top quality supplies at fair prices. We offer a full range of hobby supplies and we'll get them to you fast. Whether you're looking for a 260-point magnetic for that oversized patch card, or a slew of semi-rigids for your next PSA submission, the Penny Sleever has you covered. Shop now at thepennysleever.com and use the promo code SCNation to get 10% off your first order. That's SCNation for 10% off at thepennysleever.com. The Penny Sleever, top quality supplies, fair prices.
Hi, I'm Danny Black.
And I'm John Newman.
Welcome to Cardmensches.
Well, hi, I am Danny Black, and you might notice that there is no John Newman. Flying solo tonight, guys, so got some good topics, and talking Baseball Hall of Fame tonight, and the chat will definitely, if anybody wants to jump on, we'll take guests tonight, and see how everyone's doing. What's going on in Orlando? Ruben, Stooks. So, small hall or big hall, real quick. You guys generally small hall or big hall with the Hall of Fame? Are we there yet? Hi, Warren. Yep, getting ready for tomorrow. Small Hall of Fame or big Hall of Fame? Big hall, Ruben? No. Really? Harold Baines? Congratulations to Dick Allen and Dave Parker. Hodges says, I thought I was a small hall, finding out I'm a medium hall kind of guy. Orlando, small hall. I think I'm more with you, Orlando. I can't do Harold Baines, and I don't want to offend people. Mark Hoyle, what's going on? Mark, are you a small hall guy? You strike me as somebody who might be a small hall guy. And I was congratulating Dick Allen and Dave Parker on the Veterans Committee. I don't know what you guys think of that, if you guys thought that they were Hall of Famers, or Tommy John was an interesting one. I think Tommy John could go in on the contributors wing as well. Ruben says, everybody always says Harold Baines, but everybody fails to mention Jim Rice. It's a fair point. Who would you take, Jim Rice or Harold Baines? See, I would take Jim Rice on my team over Harold Baines. Maybe I'm flying solo there. But we have this year's Hall of Fame ballot. Orlando, to me, the Hall of Fame is the best of the best. I agree. Would have liked to see Donaldson in with Allen and Parker. Yeah, Mark Hoyle. I was a small hall guy. I've changed a bit. Some of the recent picks are suspect. What changed you, Mark? I'm curious. And if anybody wants to jump on, I'm going to give the invite in the chat. And an early happy holiday to everybody. Since the 25th is Hanukkah and Christmas, or Christmas and Hanukkah, it's cardmensches. Happy holidays to everyone. This is a microphone. I guess you could have assumed worse. I'm getting an arm. I'm limited on some of the non-visible studio space here, and there's a TV involved. That's crucial. Okay, so the BBWAA, Baseball Writers Association of America, Hall of Fame ballot came out. I said we vote as a group. I'll read them down quickly. Bobby Abreu, Carlos Beltran, Mark Burley. What is going on, Jay Lee? Abreu, Beltran, Burley, Carlos Gonzalez, Curtis Granderson. And who are the three trending Stooks? And do you agree? Not who's trending, but do you agree? I mean, Felix Hernandez, for a couple years, King Felix. Jeremy throwing out the love. Stooks is Mr. Lee. Here, I'm going to share this. Abreu, Beltran, Burley, Gonzalez. I don't know, 342 in this era. Torrey Hunter, Adam Jones. Andrew Jones, I could go with. Ian Kinsler, Russell Martin, Brian McCann, Dustin Pedroia, Andy Pettit, Hanley Ramirez, Manny Ramirez, Fernando Rodney, A-Rod. Oh, guys, yeah, John has a show tomorrow he is loading up for. He's got a area where he keeps his stuff for his shows, and he's got to load up there, and he's a little bit under the weather, so we're doing the holiday show without him. So send him our best in the chat if you want to, definitely. But want to talk a little Hall of Fame. And what do you guys think of the Sammy Sosa apology? Did you guys see that Sosa gave some weird apology that he is sorry for mistakes, but he never broke the law. He did things just to stay healthy. A-Rod, Francisco Rodriguez, Jimmy Rollins, CC Sabathia, Ichiro, I think is a slam dunk. Tulowitzki, Utley, Omar Vizquel, Billy Wagner, I know he's in his last year, was the highest one from last year remaining. David Wright and Ben Zobrist. So, yep. So let's stop sharing that. John has a polar bear club outing at Lake Ontario in the AM. Yes, absolutely. Let's go with that. How much difference between Andrew Jones and Torrey Hunter? I wouldn't put either in. To be fair, I got to watch Andrew Jones play every day when I worked for the Braves. The guy was absolutely dominant, offensively and defensively. I know his total numbers don't seem like it, and I am a small hall guy, but seeing Andrew Jones play every day, I at least think twice. Orlando, for me, no one would include A-Rod, but steroids guy. Orlando, you wouldn't. Yeah, Ichiro. There we go. Ichiro and Wagner. Now, Warren, this is interesting. Omar Vizquel, Billy Wagner, CC Sabathia, and you're leaving us hanging. Yeah, Bartman returning to Wrigley and Sosa. Has Bartman come out of hiding yet? That's what I want to know. We got little Mook love. Hodges says that Billy Wagner and Francisco Rodriguez both have over 400 saves. They would get my vote. And are saves a metric that people used? Are we going to get caught up on all the relievers with the high saves and then start looking like wins? We'll phase it out at a certain point. 10 gold gloves versus 9 gold gloves, not taking away from Jones, just adding notice to Hunter. I completely respect that. Maybe it's just I'm not a Torrey Hunter fan. Jones was headed to the Hall, but played too long. It's a fair comment. Listen, there's been a lot of athletes that have hung on too long and maybe should have walked away. So your final thought of them was positive. And Mookie throwing it at Jeremy. His show is a must-watch.
Whatever the adventure, there's a BMW engineered to take it on. The X3 delivers a striking design with agile performance. The 100% electric i4 packed with pure electric energy. Or the plug-in hybrid X5, an impressive versatile SUV granting full control on every journey. Choose what powers your next adventure during the BMW Road Home Sales Event. BMW, the ultimate driving machine. Hurry in for exceptional offers through January 2nd. Visit bmwusa.com for details.
The most wonderful time of the year. Although, let's be honest, around the holidays, things really add up. But here's the good news. Only at Verizon, you can get a single line for $50 per month when you switch and bring your phone. So, while ice skating for two is definitely costing more, here at Verizon, you can save. Gifts for your third cousins? Steep. A single line with Verizon? Not so steep. A real tree? Pricey. A single line with Verizon? Less pricey. Flights to see Mima and Pops? Those are up. A $50 per month single line? That's down. Even a trip to the Atlanta Holiday Market will cost you more. But with Verizon, you can switch and bring your phone for just $50 per month for a single line on unlimited welcome, with autopay plus taxes and fees. All this to say, during the holiday season, when everything is costing more, you can get more for less right now at a local Verizon store. $15 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G, 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Additional terms apply.
Absolutely. Who needs SNL? What is up, TJ? Got your notice. Haven't watched the video yet, but thank you for sending it. Perhaps he's a kids in the hall kind of guy. Yep. Appreciate you, TJ. How about Bobby Abreu? Silver Slugger in 04, Gold Glover, 300 or better 6 times, driven 100 or more runs 8 times, scored 100 or more runs 8 times. His case is a little bit more compelling. I mean, he's a lifetime 400 on base. Don't disagree at all, Hodges. Ichiro, a lot of people think he's the all-time hit king. Are you guys on CC Sabathia? Am I missing that? Yeah, in case for sure. No, I probably don't put him in, but I think Abreu is a lot more interesting than people realize. I'm shocked at the CC Sabathia line. Is it the posting down the stretch, in the playoffs with Milwaukee? Is it the years in New York? Another yes on CC. I have absolutely missed it. Orlando's a no on CC. Mark says he's going to get in. Would you put him in, Mark? Or are you just saying he's going to get? I'm a little bit shocked by that one. I thought he was a hauler really good. And he had a lot of years that weren't dominant. He had a small peak. But I'll be fair. Check out his numbers. 3,000 strikeouts to 1,100 walks. A 3.74 ERA. And 3,500 innings pitched. Yeah. Can't do it on CC, guys. I'm sorry. I just don't think he's a Hall of Famer. I think he's Hall of Very Good. Warren says, I'll still love CC even if he doesn't. Yeah. I mean, I put in Ichiro. I think we all agree. Ichiro's in. No doubt. Should we do this by best card? CC is Pettit. Yeah, but I don't think Pettit should be in either. I think it's that New York luster. If they played their World Series years in a smaller market. In fact, I would put CC in over Pettit. There are plenty of Hall of Very Good already in there. There are, and I don't want to keep adding to that. To me, Ichiro might be the only clear-cut one-of-one Hall of Famer. I mean, I know other guys are going to get in, but I don't put CC in. I mean, I love Andrew Jones. I don't put in Billy Wagner or Francisco Rodriguez. All right, so far, and I assume, yeah, this is the tracker. CC's only missed on 2 of 34 so far. That's unbelievable to me. Absolutely. I'm shocked by CC. Pettit was juicing, and I don't mean veggie. Yeah, didn't he admit it? Beltran has 70 WAR, but I don't put him in. Beltran's interesting. Beltran was a heck of a player. Ruben, you jumping on? Hold on. What's up, buddy?
You look lonely.
I am lonely. I got my Coke, my microphone, and an hour to kill. How are you?
I'm doing fine.
What are you up to these days?
Enjoying life.
I see your sweatshirt.
I mean, if you're going to go purple, I'm going to go gold.
You were the only one who noticed the purple. I think you were a little sensitive.
No, I just pay attention to stuff that most people don't.
that I agree with. Who's in the
and
background?
It's Ravens week, so anything purple can happen.
It's a weird time. tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm getting in trouble with the wife blowing a whole Saturday afternoon.
Oh, I thought it was because I jumped on. She's like, not that guy.
No. She would probably like you better than me, except for the Steelers thing.
I mean, we can always convert. I mean, this room that I'm sitting in, I actually painted black and gold with a white stripe, as you can see some of it. Yeah.
That's hilarious. This is great. The chat room's loving having you.
You know, once a year I'll come out and actually reveal myself.
Here, I'll fill you. Mookie, excited to get to heckle you. Orlando giving you the shout out.
Mr. Orlando.
Joe Carter, 10 years of 100 RBIs, not a Hall of Famer.
I feel that he should.
You think
He was a
Carter's a Hall of
producer.
Famer?
In my opinion, he was one of the most productive run producers for about a 10-year period. I mean, even whenever he was with Cleveland and those crappy Cleveland, sorry, Warren, but, you know, there was a reason why the movie was made because of it. I mean, he was driving in hundreds of runs with the Indians and then with San Diego for that period and then with Toronto.
I mean, that almost makes the Jim Rice argument.
What I was saying earlier is everybody always says Harold Baines. And I looked up the comparable stats with Dave Parker and Jim Rice. I'm like, nobody's mentioned anything about Jim Rice. And Parker was on par with him, so I'm glad Dave got in.
Mookie wants to know if that's Heinz mustard yellow paint.
Whatever Home Depot had, where you type it in the computer to get the actual dealer color scheme. So don't act like you're jealous, like you don't have an orange and blue room, Mook.
We got a full house. Mark Hoyle joining the party.
What's up, guys?
What's going on, buddy?
Mark?
I'm just, so the Hall of Fame talk here.
Yeah.
Can you hear me already?
Yes.
Are we going to have to change the way we look at the Hall of Fame, just the way the game's played now?
I mean, it's already changing with wins.
I mean, there's so many guys on the ballot. Ichiro's probably the only guy that's a true Hall of Famer.
Thank you. Yes.
But what are we going to do moving forward? Put one guy in a year, or sometimes no guys?
No, I'm just gonna scream as the cars drive by and tell the children to get off my lawn, and the hall is going to continue to grow. I mean, every other sport puts a million guys in.
To your point, Mark, to think the way that baseball is viewed in the future with the way the stats are, look at a guy like Luis Arias, who's already won a batting title with 3 different teams. Say he wins 5. In our eyes, in the past, oh, hey, that's a good player. That's a Hall of Fame worthy player looking at the Boggs and the Gwynns of the past. But because he doesn't have an OPS of whatever, drive in 100 or hit 50 home runs, they're going to look, oh, he wasn't productive.
Are they going to put in a Bobby Abreu with a 400 lifetime on-base percentage?
He's probably the next best player out of the whole lot, but he's not going to get in.
I mean, he could end up being a veteran committee guy the way the stats are evolving.
I mean, the fact that they're in, there's so many guys in right now that don't deserve to be in. I mean, I'm a Boston guy, but Rice, I don't, he was on the ballot for 15 years. Is he really a Hall of Famer? Probably not.
Well, here's one for you. Matty K says he would put in Dewey before Baines.
I think that's probably true. But if Baines didn't have 2 seasons cut short by 2 strikes, he would have had 3,000 hits and 400 home runs. What do you do then? I'm not saying he should be in. I'm just every other guy that's done that got in.
Well, that's the problem. Is you put in one guy and then it's every other guy that's done something similar.
No.
I don't think saves should be the barometer for closers.
I mean,
but
Wagner's
What should it be then?
906 innings in his career. That's it.
Yep. I'm a little Ruben, to be honest, I'm a little anti-closer because of the inning.
Did Greg Olson harm you in the past? Is that why you're anti-closer?
The otter, as we like to refer to Greg. Yeah. Actually, it was Armando Benitez. I'll give a shout out to John in the Mets for also sharing it.
You should turn your hat sideways for that.
Yeah, I'm not that cool.
I go to the hall once a year. I go every March. And the fact that Baines is in or some of these other guys.
Whatever the adventure, there's a BMW engineered to take it on. The X3 delivers a striking design with agile performance. The 100% electric i4 packed with pure electric energy. Or the plug-in hybrid X5, an impressive, versatile SUV granting full control on every journey. Choose what powers your next adventure during the BMW Road Home Sales Event. BMW, the ultimate driving machine. Hurry in for exceptional offers through January 2nd. Visit bmwusa.com for details.
Steven is an owner-operator truck driver.
Hiya, folks.
Steven traded up to Geico for serious commercial insurance for both his truck and cargo, all for a seriously great rate.
Ooh, I got one.
Got one what?
A good pun.
This isn't one of those ads.
There's something wrong with that forklift, but it's a giant fork you can't lift, right?
We take commercial insurance very seriously here, Steven.
I'm only semi-serious, huh? You get it?
I see what you did there. Get more with Geico Commercial Insurance. Trade up today at geico.com/commercial.
Does it really affect my experience of going?
Somebody's at the door.
No, it's still, you look at the plaque and just kind of shake your head and move to the next one. But there's plenty of other guys in the hall that don't have a plaque, so you still get to see all these other guys.
Is Sosa or Rose going to end up now?
I don't know.
I can see Rose now that he's passed away as opposed to Sosa.
I think Rose has a legitimate chance.
Yeah, probably now that he's passed away. Yeah.
I mean, it's sad, but I think there's a lot of voters who didn't want him to enjoy it.
Petty, you got to hop on. We've never been on a show together. Hop on.
Yeah, Petty. I'll put the link in.
Yeah, I started growing my hair out so I could look like Mike Petty.
25 years ago, I had a lot more hair, and it was literally down to my waist. This is when you marry a hairdresser. This is what happens.
I don't wear a hat because I got too much hair.
Yeah.
But that traveled down to your back.
Oh, my back has far more hair.
Who's into college football? I don't even watch it, but I get Notre Dame on here right now.
Yeah, Maryland's a legalized betting state, so I make sure I put $2 on it on the national. Petty's. We got to get our booker on Petty.
I think moving forward, as far as the hall, there's going to be some tough decisions here. They could go many years without anybody getting in.
Is that a bad thing?
It is for the town of Cooperstown. It doesn't hurt anybody but them.
Yes. And the museum. I mean, the museum and the town.
Yeah, it hurts the town. That's their big thing. I mean, I'm friends with the guy, Jeff Katz. He's a former mayor. And a couple times where there was nobody getting in, it really hurts the economy in that town. That one weekend and the ones before and after it really bring in the money for that town. I mean, that's not a reason to vote a guy in just because of that. But yes, I am from Mass.
There you go.
You can tell by the I don't even think it's that bad, but sometimes I get called out.
Yeah, you might as well ask Ruben if he's a Steelers.
I don't know what gave it away.
Warren, don't be shy. None of us dressed up for this.
We had our first snowstorm in Boston today.
A real storm?
Yeah, 2 inches, no big deal for us. But, of course, everybody freaks out, can't drive.
I'm not going to say what I want to say.
Everyday card. Jason. Yeah, what's up, Jason?
Jason, what's happening, man?
Jason's a good guy. Hometown?
I'm south. I'm down there, Tweeter Center, Great Woods, whatever you want to call it.
Maddie's in...
Leominster. You got to say it right if you're from Mass.
I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. I knew I'd be wrong. Minnesota showing off 6 inches. You know, this is going to take a dangerous turn. I feel like Ruben's on camera and people are yelling snow measurements.
Yeah. So what card projects you got going on, Danny? What do you got?
A lot of SI collects right now. Yeah.
I started the crazy quest of trying to get one card for every guy from the Cape Cod League that made Major League.
That's cool.
It's a daunting task. It's going to take me a while.
Adam Palmer, who's on Hobby Hotline sometimes, actually worked in the Cape Cod League last summer as an intern.
Yeah.
So the Cape Cod League's been around for a while, right?
Yeah, it's been around since the 30s. Originally, it was a lot of guys just from the Cape, and they did supplement their roster with a player here or there. Since probably the mid-'60s, it's really turned into the top college summer ball in the country. It's unbelievable.
I know about the 80s versions, but do they have a 60s or 70s cards of the Cape?
Do they have a what?
Do they have card sets for the Cape from the 60s or 70s?
No, they don't. So I'm just trying to go through the roster. I made a list.
Oh, I see.
And I'm just trying to, some of these guys, you're digging through a common box at a LCS, and you got to look up every card to see if he played down the Cape.
I see.
It's.
I thought you were going after the specific sets that they made.
Well, the only I have the two sets that came out in the '80s, and there's only one team that regularly puts out their own team set. It's the Katua Kettlers. But most of the time, you just have to dig through some of these minor league sets to grab a card. They might just have a cup of coffee. They may not even have a regular issue card with a major league team. But I'm trying my best to do this.
Mark Mookie wants to know, who are you hung up on and how big is the checklist?
Well, the checklist keeps evolving. Just this year alone, there was 385 guys that played in the Cape League that played in Major League Ball, at least for one game.
Wow.
So the list I have right now is probably about 3,000 players. I mean, you got Fisk, Munson, Judge, Biggio, Bagwell, Helton. There's a Knobloch, both Cora guys. There's a lot of guys.
Are you going to go after? I'm sorry, Ruben. What were you going to say?
I was going to ask if he's going to go after a Freddie Prinze Jr. card since he played in the Cape and Summer Catch.
Yeah. I might put him in there in the back as I can make my own rules up as I go. But that's what I've been trying to put together the last month or so. I started this. What am I hung up on? The checklist is huge, and it keeps growing because I find numerous ones, and it hasn't been tracked really good. I got to get in touch with. There's a guy, Mike Richards, who's a Sabre member, he's the historian for the Cape League. So I got to hook up with him and see if he can get me a real list.
I wonder if anybody keeps track of that.
They try. If you go to the games, there's a program, and you can open it up, and they usually list all their alumni for that team. But again, it's always evolving. Some of these guys, I go to a lot of games. I can get down the Cape in about 35, 40 minutes. So I'll drive down, watch a game, and be home by 10 o'clock. There's two fields I can get to really quick. What happens is, and it happened this year, once these guys get drafted and they're playing on the Cape, they leave.
Yeah.
They sign and they leave. So the team that actually won it this year came in third place in one of the 5-team divisions because they didn't lose a lot of guys. The teams above them lost a lot of their studs, and this Harwich team caught fire, and they actually won it. So the rosters are constantly changing even year to year within the year.
TJ wants to know who the most expensive Cape Cod League card players are.
Oh, I mean, most of these things are commons. I mean, a guy like Pie Trainer, he played down the Cape in the 30s, 40s. A long time ago, he played. Shanty Hogan, another guy, played for the New York Giants back in the 30s. He played. None of these cards are really expensive because, a Judge rookie might cost, I don't even know what that would cost. But as long as I put one card that represents the guy, I don't care which one it is. It could be this year's card. It could be any year. All I need is one card. Saber's well worth it.
Yeah, absolutely. And Orlando wants to know if you can fit anything else in that room.
No, I can't. I'm actually putting stuff in tubs right now just to put it in the basement because I can't even. I'm tripping over stuff.
Orlando says he could spend all day looking at stuff. Who's got stuff to show? Orlando. Who's got show and tell?
Got to come up.
Guys, jump on if you have show and tell. We're going to wind down a couple minutes early, but I always like seeing cards.
Yeah, I've been, for the first time in years, I sat on my LCS and dug through a box of commons.
The newest Hall of Famer, we got Dave Parker autographed Diamond King in 91.
Very cool.
And then the 83 or 82.
That's nice.
Cobra.
I have a Dick Allen auto up on the shelf up there.
The Hall of Fame.
And of course, the Fleer Greats of the Game.
Auto. We were having a conversation earlier today. Auto cards, auto vintage. Blowing up. You guys agree? Don't care?
The autos I pick up are usually guys. I try to get the lesser known guys to add to my collection. I was at my LCS today and I bought 6 autographs on index cards. None of the guys were superstars. One of the guys just had a cup of coffee. But I like to add those type of guys, ones you don't see too often. Hank Fisher played about 12 games for the 67 Sox. I grabbed him.
That's crazy.
Dick Schofield Sr. played 1 year for the Red Sox. Grabbed him. My LCS just bought a collection of 10,000 index card autographs.
With you in mind?
No. This place, I've talked it up before on a couple of shows I've been on, Sports World in Saugus, Mass. You go in there's 6 guys working full time. The place it's always packed with people coming in, all oddball stuff, autographs, balls, hockey pucks, footballs, you name it. Autographed shirts, they have everything in there. Football, all the sports.
I got this cool gift from Warren. It is a Manny Mona, I can't even talk. Matty Mota autograph, first day issue with Clemente on the
That's very cool.
Yeah.
It also actually has the Clemente stamp on it from Carolina, Puerto Rico.
Where's it postmarked from?
Carolina, Puerto Rico.
Carolina. Wow.
That's cool.
I've been in Cooperstown and I send postcards to my buddies. And if you go into the post office, you'll ask them and they'll stamp it for you, hand stamp it with the Cooperstown thing on it.
Yep. Warren, love the Greats of the Game set.
Did you get to see Parker play quite a bit, Ruben? Were you?
I remember. I mean, I was little, maybe 7, whenever he left the Pirates to go to the Reds in '83. So I remember the last couple of years of Stargell, and we knew about Dave Parker, but actually remember watching him play. No. But I heard of all those.
Yeah.
And then he ended up with Milwaukee.
He was also a Blue Jay and a Brewer, or an A.
He probably should have won the MVP when he was with the Reds that year. What year was that? 90, 89, 90, something?
85, he led the league in RBIs, hit over 300, and hit like 30-some home runs.
Yeah, he got robbed that year.
He was actually the first home run derby champion during the All-Star break.
Huh, I didn't know that. I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
What year was that?
What was the year that they had it in Minnesota? 85? Because 86 was in the Astrodome.
That's cool. Mike Petty says, I always love Manny Mota as a Dodger.
Great pinch hitter. So if you go to the Cape, they give you these things basically for free. This is this year's.
Oh, that's cool.
And that's Helton on the cover.
Did Veritek play in the Cape whenever he was at Georgia Tech?
Veritek played down the Cape. Valentin, Garcia Parra. I mean, here's some of the list. Just part of it. That's one of like 10 pages. A lot of guys you probably never heard of.
Mookie says that he knew Parker was a Red. He had a freaking cannon for an arm.
He had a good nose for the baseball, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yes, the Metrodome in '85.
That's probably what hurt him getting in. Was part of that.
Yeah.
A lot.
Did you see the interview with him right afterwards? He's in pretty rough shape.
Oh yeah, he's battling Parkinson's hard.
Yeah.
At least they finally voted a guy in on the Veterans Committee that's actually alive. So.
Well, here's a question. Maddie wants to know, Ruben, Pittsburgh guy, are you in the Bonds belongs in the Hall camp?
Bonds 1986 to 1996, yes. Post 98, 99.
No. Mark, what would you put him in?
I think eventually those guys are going to get in.
I'm saying if you just took his stats from 86 to 96, and that's all you counted, I mean, he had some pretty good years, MVPs within that time frame. That's a Hall of Fame career. That post stuff where he was just accumulating numbers and increasing hat sizes, no.
Yeah, Warren says...
Kind of the same argument with Clemens, you know. He had some good years before he was basically accused.
He had a lot of good, yeah. It was only after he was on the rebound when he had that bad year in Boston, and then all of a sudden it turned around.
Whenever he went up to Toronto.
Yeah.
Warren when he left the Red Sox to be closer to home and went to Toronto, that's it.
He's for Bonds, and he's not a Pittsburgh guy. Orlando says the same thing you did, Ruben. Bonds was Hall of Fame before the steroids.
I'm not just a pretty face, Danny. I might know some.
I figured you just got lucky, so I was validating. Would Aaron Judge have the home run record if not for steroids? Probably. Right? Everybody above him is in the questionable category.
Yeah.
I don't know. Roger Maris was addicted to cigarettes, so that could have been a performance-enhancing thing.
Yeah. Mike Petty says Sosa was finally admitted back into the Cubs circle of trust after an apology. Yeah, he'll be at their fan fest or whatever they call it.
He must need money.
Clemens is back in the good graces with a lot of Red Sox fans. He's come back quite a bit, been up in the booth, done games.
Mookie says Aaron Judge would have a World Series ring if it wasn't for Trash Can.
Well, if he actually knew how to go like this, he'd probably have a World Series ring too. But
yeah, that's going to be a tough one for him. He really needs a World Series to get rid of that picture.
He's a Cape guy. Yeah. I actually like Judge, even as a Boston fan. I think he's a great player.
Yeah. So suspended all in plastic surgery. I did see him. He looks like he's maybe been under.
I noticed that he went a few shades lighter.
Yeah.
Ruth ate hot dogs and drank beer. What could have been? Yeah. Stu said steroids are a wonder drug for injuries and recovery. They are, but they're wonderful for a lot of stuff also. All right, guys, have a happy holiday. Have a Merry Christmas, happy, healthy New Year, happy Hanukkah, happy Kwanzaa, Groundhog's Day, President's Day, all that stuff. Appreciate you jumping on and helping me get through the holiday episode tonight without my partner in crime.
It was fun hopping up.
I mean, somebody had to help you out, I guess. Hey, Brooklyn, Jackie, now you say Koufax, and it'll be a complete show.
We got to play bingo.
I was initially going to type that in the chat. Everybody get your cardmensches bingo card ready, but then I saw you were by yourself and figured I'd help out.
Yeah, well, I appreciate hop on and help you out.
I appreciate it. I like talking to you. I appreciate you jumping on. And I'll see you after the first of the year, because I think we're not here in 2 weeks, but I'll find out. See you later.
All right. See you guys.
Bye-bye.
Well, guys, we're going to start wrapping it up. I appreciate them jumping on. Big time. Chat room, as always, big time. You guys come through in the clutch. Happy holidays, everyone. May all your PSA 10s be one of one kaboomies. Absolutely. Hey, may all of your 6s come back 7s. Steroids, they don't actually hit the ball. Well done, guys. Thank you. Now, I appreciate Mark, Ruben jumping on. My eyesight is better, exactly. All right, seriously. Happy, safe holiday, everybody. John, I hope you have a very productive, profitable show. I hope the late night packing and from the storage unit leaves you a little rest before the show. And I know he was a little under the weather this week, so I hope you're feeling better, buddy. Yep, definitely 2025. I'll do the corny see you next year joke. And as I always say goodnight, John. Good night, John. We're going to play ourselves.
This holiday, BMW has reunited 3 members of the family at the BMW Road Home Sales Event. The Agile X3, engineered for any adventure. The plug-in hybrid X5, commanding the streets with unmatched presence. And the all-electric i4, charging into the future with impeccable performance. Hurry in to find what powers your journey at the BMW Road Home Sales Event. BMW, the ultimate driving machine.
Visit Valley BMW Center today for attractive lease and finance offers.
Steven is an owner-operator truck driver.
Hiya, folks.
Steven traded up to Geico for serious commercial insurance for both his truck and cargo, all for a seriously great rate.
Ooh, I got one.
Got one what?
A good pun.
This isn't one of those ads.
There's something wrong with that forklift, but it's a giant fork you can't lift, right?
We take commercial insurance very seriously here, Steven.
I'm only semi-serious. Huh? You get it?
I see what you did there. Get more with Geico Commercial Insurance. Trade up today at geico.com/commercial.